Greetings of the day, dear students. Welcome back to your English literature class. In today's class, we are going to read another chapter from our literature reader. Unit 2, Section 2. The name of the chapter is The World in a Wall, written by Gerald Durrell. Durrell was born in Jamshedpur, Mayurbhanj state on 7th January 1925. He was the fifth and youngest child of Louisa Florence Dixie and Lawrence Samuel Durrell, both of whom were born in India of English and Irish descent. Durrell's father was a British engineer and, as was commonplace for a family of their status, the infant Durrell spent most of his time in the company of an ayah or maid. Durrell reportedly recalled his first visit to a zoo in India and attributed his lifelong love of animals to that encounter. He studied at St. Joseph's School, North Point, Darjeeling. He wrote approximately 40 books, mainly about his life as an animal collector and enthusiast, the most famous being My Family and Other Animals, which was written in 1956. The lesson which we are going to read today is an extract from this book titled My Family and Other Animals, and the extract we are going to read is The World in a Wall. The extract, titled The World in a Wall, tells the story of young Durrell scraping a part of the plaster off the wall to discover a family of scorpions scurrying from his gaze. One day, he found a fat female scorpion in the wall wearing what at first glance appeared to Durrell to be a light brown fur coat. But when he watched it carefully, it was tiny babies of the scorpion clinging to the mother's back. Durrell made up his mind that he would take this family of scorpions into his bedroom and he would keep them and watch them all grow. With great care, he put the mother and the family into a matchbox and then hurried to the villa. But it was lunchtime and he was called for lunch by their maid Legorezia. Durrell placed the matchbox on the mantelpiece, intending to retrieve it after lunch. When he made his way towards the dining room, his entire family was waiting for him to have a meal together. He kept playing with his food and secretly he kept feeding Roger, their dog, under the table, and he was listening to the family arguing. In all that, he completely forgot about his exciting new pets, whom he had hidden in the matchbox. At last, Larry, his elder brother, finished his lunch and wanted to light a cigarette. He picked up the matchbox from the mantelpiece and brought it to the table. As soon as the matchbox was opened, the scorpion chose the first chance to escape and she crawled out of the box rapidly, her babies still clinging on, and they all scuttled to the back of Larry's hand. There, not quite certain what to do next, the scorpion paused. Her sting curved up, ready to strike in case of danger. Now Larry could feel the movement of her claws and glanced down to see what it was. And the moment he saw it was a scorpion, he was confused, and in a roar of fright, he threw the scorpion at the table. As Larry shouted, Legorezia dropped a plate and brought Roger out from beneath the table, barking wildly. With a flick of his hand, Larry sent the scorpion flying down the table, and she landed midway between Margot and Leslie. The babies were scattered on the table like a confetti. Angry at this treatment, the scorpion sped towards Leslie. her sting quivering. Leslie, because of fear, leapt to his feet, overturning his chair, and he started flicking the napkin towards the scorpion. The napkin hit the scorpion, and the scorpion was sent rolling across the cloth towards Margot, who let out a scream so shrill that even the railway engine would have been proud to listen to that. The mother was completely bewildered and she did not know what was happening, what was the chaos all about. As she put on her glasses and peered down on the table, the very same moment, Margot, in an attempt to stop the scorpion, hurled a glass of water at it. The glass of water missed the scorpion and hit Mother, which completely drenched her. And she was not able to stand the cold water and started gasping for air. The scorpion had now gone to ground under Leslie's plate, where her babies moved wildly all over the table. Roger ran around and round the room, barking hysterically. Everybody at the table wanted to do something to get rid of the scorpion. It was Leslie who suggested that they should get a book and crush all the scorpions. Margot just kept yelling. The poor mother had no idea what was going on. She tried her best to wipe her spectacles and look at what was happening, but in vain. She could not understand as everybody around the table were howling and shouting. Leslie kept on speaking to crush the scorpion and its babies with the help of a thick book. All the family members were trying to kill the scorpion, but in all the confusion, they completely forgot about the dog. Roger was under the impression that because of the chaos, the family was under some sort of attack. As Lucrezia, the maid, was the only stranger in the room for the dog Roger, he came to the logical conclusion that she must be the responsible person for all this chaos and she would become a danger for the family members. So, he bit her in the ankle. This did not help matters very much. By the time a certain amount of order had been restored, all the baby scorpions had hidden themselves under various plates and bits of cutlery. Eventually, after much pleading by Durrell and the mother's suggestion, Leslie's suggestion that the whole lot to be killed was completely discarded. While the family, still simmering with rage and fright, retired to the drawing room, Gerald spent half an hour rounding up the babies, picking them up in a teaspoon, and returning them to their mother's back. Then Durrell carried them out on a saucer and, with the utmost reluctance, released them on the garden wall. It was because of Durrell's love for the creatures that the mother scorpion and her babies were saved. But most of the time, people, when they see any creature which is poisonous, they tend to kill it. We need to understand that any creature under attack, or if it feels unsafe, will definitely try to defend itself. But that doesn't give us the right to kill anything or everything which can be of harm for us. We need to take care of all the creatures that are around us. We just need to be a little more cautious of how we live along with these creatures. So that'll be all for today's class. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of nature and all the creatures around us, and keep learning.